Good morning, everybody. We're going to start with our toe lift. If you use your Apple Watch or another type of watch, I'm going to use traditional strength training today. Good. 4, 3, heels up, right, then left, right, and left. Good. 8, 7, 4, 3, right foot, we're going to take it heel, toe, kind of quick. Switch it to the other side, so heel, toe, starting to wake up the knees a little bit. Alternate heels to the front, right and left, right and left. Tap it side, right, and left. Tap it to the back, so reach and reach. 4, 3, knee lifts in the front, adding a little bicep curl. So think about bracing your core. It's just a little tuck under. We're trying to get those thighs as high as we can, parallel to the floor would be great. Hamstring curls, tricep, press it back. Nice, good reach. 4, 3, 2, bring the knees back up, adding in that little bit of rotation or just a nice wide march. Depends how you're feeling today. Good. 8, 4, 3, back to the curls. We're going to pull it down. It's okay if your arm is at an angle, or if you can bring it up a little bit higher, great. But we're still trying to kind of wake up those shoulders. 4, 3, tap it to the side again, reach, corner to corner. Reach it up overhead, little side bend. Back across, 4, 3, overhead, reach. Back across, overhead. Take the feet about hip width apart, slow deadlift, hinge it forwards, stand up nice and tall. So down, 2, up, 2. So shoulders down and back, little bit of a rib tuck. Hands are going straight down the side of your legs, running down the pants, grab your socks, pull them up, hinge, and lift. 2 more. Good. Take it all the way forward. Nice, good forward fold. We're going to take our arms down, open and close your book, rotating side to side. So open and close. Hips are nice and steady. Think about opening the shoulder towards the ceiling. You don't have to get your arm way back there. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, stand nice and tall, slow squat. Sit the hips down towards your heels. Push through to stand. Sit and stand. So we don't want to go too far forwards with our upper body, but we don't want to arch our back just to keep our chest lifted. So it's that little tuck, sitting down and coming back up. Couple more, down and up. 1 more. Forward step and reach. So forward step, pull it back, squeeze the shoulder blades. I'm going to change my hand position. I'm going to take my palms facing up. It's one of our exercises today. Good pull. 4, 3, 2, side lunge, step it out to the side, hold it here, inner thighs. Hold it in the center, cat-cow, inhale, exhale. So you can arch and round if you're feeling up to it. If you're not, belly breathe, neutral spine. Good, bring it all the way up, in the center, little jumps. Little jumps. Now you can just do a little heel stomp if you don't want to jump. The rest of us, bunny hop. Good. 4, 3, march it out, shake it out, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. No plank walkouts today because no floor today. We're going to be all standing. or you can do some standing, some seated. So today we're going with basic strength training, strict sets. So that just means we're gonna focus on one exercise, one main muscle group, 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest, 3 rounds today, so kind of keep that in mind. So first circuit, we're gonna do side stepping squats, we're gonna do side raises, we're gonna do weighted marches, and then we're gonna do tricep kickbacks, and we're gonna do 3 rounds. So just kind of keep that in mind when you decide what weights you want to use. So I would say, if you want to try to push yourself a little, start with lighter weight on the first round and see if you can bump it up on the second or the third round. So start lighter so you can kind of think about it's more continuation of the warm-up, and then try to keep going a little bit heavier. It's optional. But we're going to do side stepping squats in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I'm just going to hold my dumbbell right here. I'm going to step it out, come in, step it out, and come in. Now, if you want to do regular squats, that's okay too. We want to make sure that we're not bringing the knees in, and this is kind of exaggerated, and we don't want to step out and try to turn it into a side lunge, right? And we don't have to take this big, huge step. I just take it wider and then come in. Wider and come in. Nice and tall. So remember, quality over quantity, always, always. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna go for side raises. Go for side raises. I'm still going to do a lighter weight this round. So again, still a little bit of a warm-up round. Here's 2 and 1. So I'm going to lift and I'm gonna lower. So we're trying to alternate between lower body and upper body today. So nice, good lift, nice, good lower. I do a scapular plane raise. So a regular side raise is straight out to the side. Scapular plane, a little bit of an angle. It's not a front raise. It's just a wide, slightly in side raise. You pick what feels good. Sometimes this feels better for you. So just a nice, good lift, nice, good lower. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. We're gonna go for weighted marches. 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbells. You can start at your hips, you can have it at your shoulders, you can have it overhead. It's your choice. 2 and 1. So we just start with a nice, good weighted march right here. So the challenge for this is we want to try not to weeble wobble and lean. I want you to imagine you've got a bucket of really cold water on your head. So you got 3 buckets and 2 hands. So 1 bucket in each hand and then 1 on your head. And we don't want to spill any of the water because then we're going to have to go back and refill our buckets. So just nice, good march. And a little bit of wobble is okay, but again, we don't want to do lots of wobbling. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, tricep kickbacks. So same thing, feel free to start with a lighter weight here and then try to go heavier on round 2 or in round 3. 2 and 1. So good reach and bring it back. So I'm letting my dumbbells rest against my pinky. So I'm almost using the side of my hand and my pinky to try to lift the dumbbell. Good reach, good extension. We don't want to be here. This is actually biceps, believe it or not. If we're hunkered forward and our elbows are pointing to the floor. It's having the dumbbell lift away from the floor that's going to get the back of the arm to really work. So we've got 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Round 1 is done. Going back for round number 2, we're going to start with our side stepping squats again. So side stepping squats. I just like to do 1 dumbbell with this. Here we go. So step it out and squat and stand. I want to go heavier. I want to use 2 dumbbells, but whenever I try to do side squats, my knees always do weird things. Because I think they're trying to make room for the dumbbells on the side. So for me today, 1 dumbbell it is. But we're also getting a little single leg work, and we're getting some inner and outer thighs here. Good, less than 15 seconds. We're gonna go back for our side raises. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Side raises. I'm gonna try bumping up. I might have to modify because I'm going from 5 to 8, which is kind of a big jump for little muscles like this. 2, and 1. So I'm just gonna do a lift and lower. If you're staying with your lighter weights and you're feeling good, go ahead and do both arms at the same time. I just did a huge jump. That's kind of the hard part for especially little muscles like your shoulders. It's really hard to go from a 5 to an 8. It's a big jump. So brace the core, shoulder blades packed against your torso. Slow and controlled on the way up and the way down. It's really easy to just let the arms drop. It's easy to go up and then drop it. Up, resist the weight coming down. Last one. All right, weighted marches. So 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbells. If you want to make this a little bit harder, hold the dumbbell up by your chest or your shoulders. 2 and 1. So down by your hips is easier. It's a little bit easier, not quite as challenging. Still challenging, but not quite as much. Make it a little bit harder. We rack it. Show me the end of your dumbbell, but we don't rest the dumbbells on our shoulders. We want to think shoulders down. If you can, elbows up. March and march. Remember, this is legs, but this is also a lot of core. 15 seconds. Good, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down. We're going for tricep kickbacks. Tricep kickbacks. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So nice, good hinge. Lift it up. Elbows are pointing back behind you. So if we let the elbows drop, we really don't get that good lift against gravity. Remember, gravity is straight up and down. Straight up and down. So we want those elbows pointing back behind us. You don't have to be so high that you're like kicking it up to the ceiling, but we just want a good forward fold. Good reach and back in. Good, 15 seconds. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down. Round number 3. Round number 3. Sidestepping squats. Like I said, today we're keeping it super simple. Nothing complicated. 2 and 1. Good. So sidestep squat and lift. So I like doing squat to press and lunges with side raises and things like that. But when you're working lower and upper together, sometimes your lower body is limited because your upper body is not as strong. This, we can grab a weight that's going to challenge our legs, and our arms aren't really in the equation as much. So you can push yourself a little bit. Plus, we're doing 3 rounds today. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, side raises. So feet about hip width apart. Remember, we want to do a little tail feather tuck, little rib tuck, soft knees. Here we go. So lift, and then a little lower. Now I'm doing palms facing down. Some people might find it more comfortable to do a palms facing forwards, thumbs up to the ceiling, okay? Kind of like a snow angel. Kind of like a snow angel. So up and out. Shoulder blades packed against the torso, down and back in your back pocket. 8 seconds. I have a feeling I'm going to feel these tomorrow. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Weighted march. So you can do 1 dumbbell, hips, shoulders, or I'll show you a progression right here. So nice, good march. This is your option 1. And again, remember, we don't want to lean and wobble or take our legs wide. Okay, we're nice and tall. Book on the head. Good. If you want to make it a little bit harder, every 15 seconds, I'm going to move to the next harder challenge. So you choose. Good. I'm going to go for my last challenge, arms up. If your arms are here and bent, it's actually going to be harder for you. You want to try to lock them out. If your shoulders don't do that, hands at the shoulders or hands at your hips. Here's 2 and 1. Carefully bring it in. Going for our tricep kickbacks. This is our last set. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hinge it forward, elbows pointing back behind you, kick it, and bring it in. If you want to make it a little bit harder, but you're like, I'm not quite ready to bump up weights, pause when your pinky gets to your thigh. So instead of coming all the way to your shoulder in the front, back halfway. Straighten, 90-degree elbow. Straight elbow, 90-degree elbow. We've got 15 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out, walk around, grab a quick drink of water. So we're gonna move it around, walk it around, shake it out. We're gonna get ready for our second circuit. We're gonna go for 4 different exercises. We're gonna do kickstand deadlifts. So you can do round 1 right, round 2 left. Round 3, you can do both at the same time, regular deadlift or alternate. Second exercise, palms facing forwards, rows. Third exercise, lunge, reach for the corner, and come up. I want you to focus on the reach, so body weight is awesome. Last exercise, palms facing up, bicep curls. Palms up curls. So we're gonna start with our kickstand deadlifts. 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbells, your choice. So 45 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So kickstand deadlift is a little bit of a single leg deadlift. Your foot is back, heel is lifted, 90+% of your weight is in your front leg. Back leg is just there for moral support. If you're feeling unsteady today, you can have both feet flat. I call this the Egyptian pose, right? Because if you've ever seen the hieroglyphics, this is how they draw people. One foot a little bit in front of the other. This is a little bit more stable, but you're still gonna get that work on your front leg. So consider that an option, or lift that back heel, hinge it forwards. Here's 2 and 1. We're gonna go for palms facing up rows. You can do round 1 right, round 2 left, round 3 both, or both at the same time, or alternate right, left. So shoulders down, brace the core right here. So drive, down. My dumbbell, it's a pretty big dumbbell, at the end it's gonna come right to the front of my pelvis. Don't worry about trying to get that dumbbell to go past your hip. So we don't wanna pull. So it's hard to tell, but this is getting my bicep. I'm not getting my back at all. I'm trying to squeeze my shoulder blade in, drive my elbow back, running, you can almost run the back of your hand up your thigh. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring it up. Lunge with that diagonal reach. If you want to use a dumbbell, great. If you don't, no worries. So we're going to imagine we're holding onto a ball. 2 and 1. So we're going to lunge it back, hold it. I want you to reach to the corner and stand up, and then you can do all one side or you can switch. Your focus here. Yes, we're getting legs. I want you to focus on core. I want you to stabilize your hips. Hips, knees, and toes pointing forwards. Diagonal reach. Your diagonal reach might be to the corner. It does not have to be to the corner behind you. I want you to just think about a little rotation. We're gonna feel this in our core from the front to the back. So round 1, body weight for sure. Round 2 and 3, maybe you grab a dumbbell. Good, bring it in. We're gonna go for bicep curls, palms facing forwards. Palms facing forwards. Feel free, we do a lot of hammer curls with our palms facing in, so feel free to go with a lighter weight here. Shoulders down, here we go. Curl it up and take it down. Something to keep an eye out for. Sometimes with these, we dig our elbow into that spot just above our hip. Yeah, we've got that kind of like nice little divot. I want you to try to have your hands by your side with your arm, your elbow maybe in 1/2 inch to 1 inch away from your hip. So you can see space between my forearm and the side of my leg. So I am trying to get my dumbbell to actually come to the side of my body here. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Kickstand deadlift, round number 2. When I do heavier, I always have to wiggle my fingers a little bit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I'm gonna start with my Egyptian stance. My feet are flat. My big toe on my back foot is about in line with the heel on my front. I'm still working my front leg. I'm not shifting my weight into my back leg. Hinge and lift. Option 2, lift the back heel, step the foot back just a little. But again, weight is still in that front leg. 12 seconds. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, palms facing up rows. So it's a little different hand position than we normally use, so don't be afraid to go a little light if you need to. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders down, palms facing forwards. I hinge, and then I drive my elbow back. Drive my elbow back. And it's kind of hard to see. You really don't see a lot of air between my elbow and my back when I do this. If you're seeing a lot of air, you might be getting that elbow too high, or you might be doing, this is more of a bicep exercise. We got to drive the elbow, squeeze the shoulder blades in. Ten seconds. Remember, if you're really kind of struggling today, you can have a seat. I get it. 2 and 1. Bring it in. Lunges with a diagonal reach. You can hold on to a dumbbell. Completely optional. I'm going to grab my 8. Remember, when you add weight, it's going to make a bigger difference than you think it will. All right, here we go. So we're going to lunge, reach up to the corner, and come back in. So lunge, reach, down, and up. Stabilize the lower body before you do your diagonal reach. So down, lift, in, and tall. If it helps, hip, corner, hip, and up. If you don't want to go into a full lunge, step it back. No lunge, but you're still working on balance. 2 and 1. All right, palms facing forwards or palms facing up, bicep curls. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So curl it up, take it down. Curl it up, take it down. So we're nice and tall. Try to keep that elbow underneath your shoulder. It'll go forward a little. We just don't want to do a big lift and pop the shoulder forwards or the elbow forwards. That's going to get shoulders. We've done shoulders. We want to focus on biceps. Good, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Got one more set. One more set. So you can do regular deadlifts, both feet flat on the floor, or you can do an alternating kickstand deadlift as an option. 2 and 1. So option 1, hinge it and stand up nice and tall. Down and lift. Option 2, kickstand, bring it up and switch. Kickstand, bring it up and switch. Requires a little bit of thinking to do the alternating kickstands. So you do what's going to work for you today. Just make sure we don't accidentally turn it into a lunge. It's a little step and then reach. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Palms facing up rows, or palms facing forwards, and we're trying to drive the elbows back. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Hinge it forwards. Again, we drive and down. So end of my dumbbell right up my thigh, right to the front of my hip. It's going to kind of come in contact or bump up right next to that bone, right at the front of your pelvis. It's that curve. You're over halfway. Nice, good squeeze. I can tell we don't do 3 rounds a lot. Good, 12 seconds. Almost done. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Lunge with that optional dumbbell rotation. I do want you to try the rotate, that diagonal reach. Here's 2 and 1. So we're going to step it back, hold your lunge, reach, down and in. Lunge, reach, and in. It's hard to see, but keep an eye on your knee. You shouldn't feel like you have a wobble. Sometimes we go down and the knee pops in, or we pop that knee out when the body goes out because we might be rotating our hip. Don't want to rotate the hip. Almost think about a stretch. Stretch that opposite side. Take it back. Stretch. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, almost fell over on that last one. All right, palms up, bicep curls. Last exercise for today. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just a nice good palms up bicep curl. I'm alternating because again, 3 sets. I'm going a little heavier. Feel free to do both at the same time. So think about popping a balloon or squeezing an orange right in the crook of your elbow. Lift and lower. Got about 12 seconds. Then we're gonna put our equipment away and we're gonna stretch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Shake it out. You can put your equipment away, or at least set the dumbbells down. Walk around, move around. So walk around a little bit, grab a drink, shake it out, test and see how you're feeling. All right, heart rate 132. What about you guys? Let's take the legs nice and wide. All right, we're just gonna do little side lunges here. So part of this is heart rate and breathing down, starting to work on those hips. If you still need to just keep walking around for a little while, that's okay. You're good. We just want to make sure that we get heart rate and breathing down and start to relax a little bit before we fully stretch. Let's bring it into the center, hips back, hands on the thighs, cat-cow. So inhale, exhale. So just focus on the breathing. If it's a little high, try to slow it down. But you can see I'm not going down and then lifting. It's all just inhale. This is a lot of pelvis. So think about a peacock. Show off your tail feathers, tuck your tail feathers. Or this is cat-cow because cow mooing, cat stretching after a nap. We've got one more. Hold the tuck. We're gonna roll it all the way up. Let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down into our back pockets. If you wanna add a little side step, go for it. 4, 3, 2, bring it into the center. We're gonna take our right hand onto the shelf of our right glute. Shoulders down. We're gonna push down on that right cheek, and it looks like I'm pushing forwards, but I'm not. I'm pushing down, and I'm gonna reach my other arm up. I feel this in my hip. I do not feel a lot of pressure in my low back because I'm pushing down on my hips instead of trying to push my tummy forwards. Release, switching over to the other side. Shoulder down, heel of the hand on the shelf of your glute. Push your glute down, which will push your hip forwards. You can hold it here. I'm gonna add in that little bit of an arm reach. And I know some of this is like, my shoulders won't do that. Do the best you can, it's okay. You can even just do like a little reach. Scratch that itch on the back of your leg. Good, 4, 3, 2, bring it in. Hold on to something if you need to. We're gonna pull the knee into the chest and we're gonna circle our ankle. Good, change direction. Point and flex, point, flex, point, flex. I want you to make sure it's your ankle that's moving, not just your toes. 2, 1. We're gonna take that foot, we're gonna cross it behind the other one over to the other side. Push your hip out to the side, little turn, reach for the toes of your back foot. We should feel that stretch right in the outer thigh and glute. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, bring it up. We're gonna take that back foot, little bigger step back, little cross behind, curtsy, back heel down if you can. We're gonna reach that arm up. So whatever leg is in back, that's the arm that's gonna reach for the sky, reach for the ceiling. You can have your hand here if it feels better. We're just trying to stretch right along the side of our body. 4, 3, 2, step the feet together, hip width apart. Give yourself a nice good pat on the back. You can add a little extra push here, or a gentle pull here. Chin and head stay right where they are, so we don't want to be here or here. So just a nice good pull. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. We're going to take that other foot, pull the knee up in towards the chest. You can grab behind the thigh. You can absolutely hold on to something. We're going to circle our ankle. And then we're going to change direction. Let's point and flex. So point, flex, flex. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to take that foot, we're going to cross it behind and over to the other side. So cross your legs, hips go towards the side, little torso turn, reach for the toes of the back foot. I'm not going all the way down, I barely get to my knees, but I feel an amazing stretch right here. That's what I want you to go for. We're still trying to keep our head above our heart if we can. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. We're going to take a bigger step back, bigger cross behind, and then we're going to add a nice good side bend. Good reach. So nice and tall, almost like you're trying to open that shoulder back behind you a little bit. Step together, bring the feet hip width apart, give yourself a nice good pat on the back. Check your elbow position. Sometimes we go out. I want you to try to pull the shoulder blade down, elbow forwards. Show me the back of your arm. Good, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, shoulders down and back into your back pocket, ear to shoulder, side to side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the head up, look to the right, look to the left. Bring it into the center. We're going to do the hands lightly behind the ears, and then we're going to take it back. Can you get the back of your hand to your buns, maybe to the small of your back? Up and reach. Good, couple more here. Imagine those hands are on that wall and you're trying to keep them in contact with the wall the whole time. Last one. And down. Good, shoulders up, back and down into your back pocket. 4, 3, 2. Hold it here, big breath in, spread the fingers, spread the toes. And exhale, one more time, big breath in. And out. And you are all done.